Hello and welcome to Medical Dialogues, your daily dose of health and medical news. I'm Mr. Zaman and here's what I bring to you all from the world of medicine. Love hormone possesses heart-healing properties according to research. The neurohormone oxytocin is well known for promoting social bonds and generating pleasurable feelings, for example from art, exercise or sex. But the hormone has many other functions such as the regulation of lactation and uterine contractions in females and the regulation of ejaculation, sperm transport and testosterone production in males. Now, researchers from Michigan State University show that in zebrafish and human cell cultures, oxytocin has yet another unsuspected function. It stimulates stem cells derived from the heart's outer layer, that is epicardium, to migrate into its middle layer, that is myocardium, and there develop into cardiomyocytes, muscle cells that generate heart contractions. This discovery could one day be used to promote the regeneration of the human heart after a heart attack. The results are published in Frontiers in Cell and Developmental Biology. Here we show that oxytocin, a neuropeptide also known as the love hormone, is capable of activating heart repair mechanisms in injured hearts in zebrafish and human cell cultures, opening the door to potential new therapies for heart regeneration in humans, said Dr. Aitar Aguirre, the study's senior author. Cardiomyocytes typically die off in great numbers after a heart attack. Because they are highly specialized cells, they can't replenish themselves. But previous studies have shown that a subset of cells in the epicardium can undergo reprogramming to become stem-like cells called epicardium-derived progenitor cells or EPPCs, which can regenerate not only cardiomyocytes but also other type of heart cells. Sexual problems for young women who have had cancer highlighted a novel study. Young women cancer survivors are at much higher risk of sexual problems, including loss of libido and discomfort, according to research published in the peer-reviewed journal Acta Oncologica. The findings are based on nearly 700 women diagnosed with breast and other cancers before the age of 40. They show women are equally sexually active as those without these diseases, but a significantly higher proportion experience intimacy difficulties. Lack of interest in sex, 45%, was the number one issue cancer patients reported, following by problems around achieving orgasm, 34%, and satisfaction with sex life, 22%. These concerns were also common among women in the general population without a cancer diagnosis, but to a lesser extent. Now, a team of researchers are urging medics to provide sexual well-being support where appropriate. Hormone replacement therapy, vaginal moisturizers, and psychosexual counseling are among strategies that they suggest, including for single women. The authors of the study wanted to determine the extent and cause of the problems young female cancer patients face. Data was based on 694 women aged 18 to 39, diagnosed between January 2016 to August 2017, and identified through official national health registries. Half had breast cancer and the rest gynecological cancer, brain tumors, or lymphoma. A total of 53% had undergone treatment rated very or most in terms of its intensity of how extensive it was. All were surveyed 1.5 years after diagnosis about their sex lives over the last month. Questions were based on 8 topics relating to sexual activity, such as satisfaction with sex life, interest in sexual activity, discomfort and pain when engaging in sexual activity, and ability to orgasm. Findings show that the majority of women with cancer and those without had sex in the last 30 days, either with a partner or through masturbation. Older women and those with breast or gynecological cancer were at a higher risk of sex-related problems. This was also the case with patients undergoing more intense treatment such as high-dose radiotherapy and chemotherapy. Emotional distress and a distorted perception of their bodies following cancer treatment were associated with greater sexual dysfunction. Vaginal dryness or pain and feeling unattractive were the key factors linked to lack of sexual activity with a partner. This was among cancer patients, and the authors highlight that these are all potentially related to cancer treatment. Gut bacteria may contribute to susceptibility to HIV infection according to research. New UCLA-led research suggests certain gut bacteria, including one that is essential for a healthy gut microbiome, differ between people who go on to acquire HIV infection compared to those who have not become infected. The researchers wanted to get a better understanding of when following HIV infection these changes begin to take place. To this end, they examined gut microbiome samples from 27 men who have sex with men that were collected both before and after they became infected. They then compared those samples with 28 men who were at similar behavioral risk for infection but did not have HIV. The researchers found that during the first year there was very little change in the infected men's gut bacteria. They found, however, that the men who acquired HIV had pre-existing differences in gut bacteria even before they became infected compared with their uninfected counterparts. Specifically, these men had decreased levels of bacteroid species, a type of bacteria prevalent in the lower intestinal tract that have important metabolic functions in maintaining a healthy gut environment, and increased levels Megasphaera elsdeni, whose role in the human gut is not yet known, compared with the uninfected at-risk controls. The researchers also found that prior to infection, the men who acquired HIV had elevated inflammatory cytokines and bioactive lipids, both of which are associated with systemic inflammation, indicating that their bodies were constantly on the defense against infection or injury compared to their matched controls. That's all for today. Stay tuned to Medical Dialogues for latest updates.
Never miss a medical update from Medical Dialogues. Like, subscribe, and press the bell icon.